When you first pick these up, the first thing you notice is that they don't behave like traditional earbuds at all. There's no in-ear seal, no pressure, and none of that blocked world feeling you normally expect from wireless audio gear today. Instead, the entire design is built around staying connected to your environment while still delivering personal sound. That idea alone defines everything about this product. The design uses a clip-on open ear structure that sits outside the ear rather than going inside it. At first glance, it almost looks like a hybrid between wearable tech and audio gear, but once you put them on, the intention becomes clear. This is not about isolation. It is about balance between sound and surroundings. Build quality feels premium in a very restrained way. The materials are smooth, the finish is minimal, and nothing about it feels over-designed or attention-seeking. It's the kind of product that quietly disappears visually once it's on, which is exactly what you want from something meant for long-term wear. The clip mechanism is more important than it looks. Open-ear designs often struggle with stability, especially during movement, but here the fit feels surprisingly locked in. Walking, commuting, light workouts, or just daily multitasking, they stay in place without constant readjustment. That stability is what makes the open design actually usable in real life. Comfort is where this approach really separates itself from traditional earbuds. Because nothing goes into the ear canal, there is no internal pressure buildup. No fatigue from long listening sessions. No need to constantly adjust for comfort. Instead, sound is delivered in a way that feels more spatial, almost like it's being placed near you rather than inside you. Over time, you almost forget you're wearing anything at all. But that comfort is not free. It comes with a very clear trade-off. There is no noise isolation here. Your environment is fully part of the experience. Conversations around you, traffic noise, office sounds, everything remains present. For some users, that is a limitation. For others, that is the entire reason to choose this style of listening. Sound performance follows that same philosophy of openness rather than isolation. Instead of pushing extreme bass through a sealed chamber, the tuning focuses on clarity, separation, and natural balance. Low end is present but controlled. It supports the track instead of dominating it. You won't get that heavy, isolating bass impact that in-ear noise-canceling earbuds are known for, but that is not what these are trying to achieve. The mid-range is where things stand out the most. Vocals, dialogue, and spoken content feel extremely clear and forward. There is a sense of openness that makes music feel less confined. Podcasts and calls, in particular, benefit from this tuning because voices come through with a natural presence that feels easy to listen to for long periods. High frequencies remain crisp without becoming sharp or fatiguing. Even at higher volumes, the sound stays controlled and clean rather than aggressive or overwhelming. The overall signature leans toward natural listening rather than exaggerated energy. The real concept behind all of this is awareness. You are never fully disconnected from your surroundings, and that changes how you use audio in everyday life. Walking through a busy street, working in shared spaces, or staying aware of your environment while listening to music becomes much more practical without needing to constantly pause or remove anything. Battery life is another strong point in the overall experience. With combined usage through the charging case, the endurance is more than enough for multiple days of regular use. On top of that, fast charging support makes short top-ups useful enough to get hours of playback in a short amount of time, which reduces the anxiety of constantly managing battery levels. Call quality performs reliably in everyday conditions. Voice pickup is clear and natural in quieter environments, while in louder surroundings some background noise does come through due to the open structure. Still, voice clarity remains stable enough for regular calls and communication. The most important question is not how they perform technically, but who they are actually for. Because this is not a replacement for traditional noise-canceling earbuds. It is not competing with fully sealed in-ear systems designed for immersion and isolation. This exists in a different category entirely. This is for people who do not want to disconnect from their environment while listening. It fits well into active lifestyles, commuting situations, office environments, and casual daily use where awareness matters just as much as audio quality. It also works well for long listening sessions where comfort is more important than heavy bass or isolation. However, in loud environments where blocking noise is essential, this style will feel limited. That is not a weakness in design, but a clear boundary of what open-ear audio can and cannot do. Once you understand that boundary, the product becomes much easier to evaluate. It is not trying to compete with everything. It is focused on a specific experience and executes it consistently. Over time, it even changes how you think about listening. Going back to sealed earbuds after extended use can feel noticeably different, almost more enclosed than expected. Whether that feels better or worse depends entirely on personal preference. What this delivers is a different category of audio experience focused on comfort, environmental awareness, and natural sound presentation rather than isolation and intensity. And that trade-off is the entire identity of the product.